So about a year ago, I had the awesome idea to install red accent bolts on my motorcycle, and then this happened. Yeah. Of course, the idea at the time was just to add to the bike's red accents, you know. So I went with these red bolts, and you know, this one still looks all right. So long story short, come to find out, these things are cheap Chinese, apparently anodized aluminum, and the reason why I know that is because they don't stick to the magnetic tray like real, you know, metal bolts do. So yeah. And the other thing about it is, as long as they didn't see sunlight, they stayed relatively red. You know, even these have faded somewhat. This one probably looks the best, which is not that great. But anyways, fast forward a year later, and they start doing this. See how all that anodization just wears off in direct sunlight? And they start out fading to pink, and after they're done fading to pink, they start losing color altogether, and you're just left with cheap anodized aluminum chrome bolts. And I decided I might as well just put the factory ones back in. So I attempted to put the factory ones back in, and I decided to start at the fuel tank. And the factory fuel tank bolts look like this. Nice genuine Yamaha part, nice heavy grade steel bolts, and that one goes here. I've already taken it out. In fact, I'll talk about it in a minute, but I've disassembled a lot of stuff just to get to that stupid strip bolt, or actually broken. The head's completely broken off. So anyways, I had decided to remove both red bolts, right? I had a red bolt in each hole. This one came out just fine. This one, come to find out, whatever cheap powdered metal or aluminum, whatever that is, that makes up the insides of these bolts, just snapped right the hell off. These need a fair amount of torque, because I've lost these bolts going down the interstate before, because vibrations over time, they back themselves out. In fact, this one, when it was this silver bolt, I caught it on camera on the GoPro when that thing flew out on the interstate, and it was the craziest thing. And in fact, it's on a vlog somewhere in the history of my YouTube channel a couple of years back, or a year back, whatever. But so anyways, again, long story short, I went to back that one out, and the head snapped right off. So what we got going on today is I want to make as much room as possible to get to that bolt, to get it out, or at least attempt to. So ram mount came off, trim pieces have come off, the seats have come off, because the seat has to come off so that you can lift the fuel tank, right? We want to be able to get all up in that bolt, so we don't want anything in our way. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to prop it up with my arm. And the reason why I say I'm going to have to prop it up with my arm, basically, let's see. So I'm like going to hold it up with my shoulder and work underneath. And the reason why I got to do that is because what I traditionally use is like a 1x4 or a 1x6 that I wedge right there into right here, and it acts as a you know, like a hood prop on a car. And since I need to be able to gain access right there, I can't use that prop, because of course the board would be in the way of the screw gun. So in that sense, I'm kind of screwed. It's, you know, this thing has over a half tank of fuel in it, so I'm not going to bother disconnecting the fuel lines and get fuel everywhere. I'm not going to mess with all that, man. So I'm just going to have to make it work and prop this thing up with my shoulder and get after it. And just real quick, so what we have here is a a speed out kit. This is the Cobalt series. There's a titanium series and the Cobalt series. They're both available at Home Depot. This is like 25 bucks. I think the titanium series was 20 bucks, but for an extra $5, why not just get the better product, right? So essentially what this consists of is reverse thread or reverse drill extractor bits. So you start out by utilizing this little drill head, and you put your drill in reverse, and so you reverse drill this thing right backwards, lefty loosey, and it creates sort of a pilot hole that if you look closely at that cutting head, see if I can focus here, that cutting head is very specific to accommodating the extractor bit. Woo, there we go. Try. There it is. There's your extractor bit, right? So you drill the little pilot hole, flip the bit around, and attempt to extract it. Now, as soft as this metal is, I don't even know if this is going to be possible. We are doing this together, and we'll figure it out as we go, and we'll see if we can actually get that soft metal bolt out of there without it just shredding apart. So let's give it a shot, guys. Alright, so that it's really soft metal, just as I thought it would be. What we're going to do is we're going to step up an extractor size and see if it won't bite better, because we're getting nothing but spin in there right now. So let's step up a size and see what happens. There you go. That's a step bigger. Let's see what that does. Remember, guys, this might not work. It's a really soft metal. It is just not getting a bite. There's really nothing I can do. I mean, if I keep going bigger, it's just going to continue to route that thing out farther. I mean, it's absolutely spread. You can see that without me even zooming in any farther. Look how much that bolt has spread. I mean, it's like squishy soft. Ridiculous. I mean, at this point, you might as well just get belligerent, right? See if we can actually screw into it with this bit. That is incredible. You guys see that? This is an absolute failure. It's all it's doing now is just shredding the bolt inside the threads to mush. Absolutely to mush. So what I'm gonna do now is I think I'm just gonna try and drill through it. And the reason why I'm gonna drill through it is because looking at this other hole, I can see straight through that thing. And so this might have been what I should have done in the first place, since this metal is so soft, is probably just drill straight through it and let it fall out the bottom. So There we go. Look at that. There's the rest of it. That's just garbage, you guys. Freaking cheap Chinese garbage. That's all that is. Yep. Well, so here's the bottom of the bolt that actually fell out on the bottom. I found this on the ground. I mean, so it's out of there. See, it's it was red, right? Well, so anyways, at the end of the day, we kind of screwed up though, man, because the bolt will not screw down into the threads anymore. And oh, let's see here. The main reason for that is because a lot of that debris is still inside the threads. If you look at this one, see how much clearer that is compared to this one now, and you can see the debris still on the walls in there, all up in the threads. So I don't know, surely I don't have to re-tap this thing to accept the bolt. I would imagine there's a way to clean the threads out, and I'll just have to figure that out, man. Probably find something out on the old Google machine, huh? Either way, we still have one bolt holding her in, and we don't have the unsightliness that is a broken bolt all up in the other hole there. So it is what it is, guys. But till next time, probably catch you on a vlog next time. This has been me, and that's been you. It's been Half Click Up. Peace. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Angels sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this ground?